Guys, so today I decided to tell a horror story. I know you're like, well, why can't we see anything? Well, I want you to picture this with the look of blood on the screen as you picture this and think, wow, this is really, really, really scary. Yep. Anyways, let's begin. So one day, I was sitting down enjoying dinner at a Chinese restaurant. So a waiter came and said, "Hello, miss." And I wonder who he was talking to, because I was the only person there. And then he looked at me and said, "What would you like, ma'am?" And I said, "What do you have already?" "Hamburger, french fries, and a cheese sandwich." And I said, "Well, there isn't anybody else here but me." And he looked around and said, "I know you and your mother." So I went home that night and called my mom and told her when she was getting off of work, because I was kind of spooked out. So my mother told me that she had something to tell me when she got home. So I figured she was going to tell me that I wasn't her real mom. But the real thing that she had to say was there was a tragedy and that my grandmother died. And I thought of it, grandmother. And then it all started making sense. So I woke up one morning to a light blue color on my face. And then it turned yellow. Then red. It looked so much like blood. I didn't know what to think. And then I had this vision of my grandmother. The way she died. I just had a vision of her laying on her bed, blood leaking everywhere. No scars, no nothing, no bullet shots, just there. So I checked online about some creepy stuff that night. I looked up something about dead mother or something. I can't really remember. And it showed me pictures of my grandmother. So I was like, oh no, son. Oh no, honey. So that night I packed my bags and said I'm going to spend the night with my friend at my friend's house. Cause her mother, oh my God, holy water was everywhere in that house. There was crosses and a Bible everywhere, I tell you. Every time you take off heels, like if you had heels on all day, and you take them off, it felt like you were walking on top of a bunch of Bibles. Just because that floor had holy water on it. So I went in my friend's room and I told her everything. She said, "You're not sleeping in my room tonight then." And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? It turns out she was just kidding, so we slept on the bed like sideways, because it felt much more comfortable like that. So when I awoke in that morning, I actually woke up in a dream. So I didn't really know that because it seemed like real life. And then I heard that loud bump sound that you just heard. And the TV was on, so I went to go see with the bump noise. I couldn't resist it. That sounds like a really stupid thing, to walk up and walk towards the noise. What I really wanted to do was hide under the covers. But since I was in a dream, I couldn't help it. So I walked and walked towards the noise as it grew louder and louder. I do not feel like making that bang sound or else I will get in trouble. So as I walked and got closer, I saw a ladylike figure. It looked as if it was my grandmother. And then she said, "Go home." So I woke up that morning, packed my bags. I couldn't help it, and I went home. And then I don't think anything else happened after that, I don't think. But all I remember is the last words that I heard that night was, "You're safe now." And it didn't sound like my grandmother this time. It sounded more calm, more civil. It sounded like so I thought God